What's up everyone, General Discharge here. If this is your first time with us, our voices are disguised so we can give you information on just about anything without being detected. Today's video is going to be discussing the United States Marine Corps Force Recon companies. A lot of you have been asking for this, and we're finally here to deliver. In this video, we will discuss what Force Recon is, what it takes for you to get into Force Recon, what they do, and how they differ from their Recon Battalion counterparts. We bet you'll be surprised and intrigued with what we discuss in this video, so make sure to watch until the end. Before we jump into it, make sure to take a moment and show us some love and support by liking our video and subscribing to our channel. Your support is our lifeblood. Do not hesitate to ask us questions in the comments section below. We check everything. Let's first go over the doctrinal mission of Force Recon, as this will play an important part in what we discuss later in the video. According to the Marine Corps, the mission of Force Recon companies is to conduct amphibious reconnaissance, surveillance, and raids in support of the Marine Expeditionary Force, or MEF, other MAGTFs, which stands for Marine Air Ground Task Force, or Joint Task Forces as required. These units conduct reconnaissance in support of Advanced Force Operations, MAGTF operations, and GCE operations, which stands for Ground Combat Element. Force Reconnaissance uses specialized insertion, patrolling, reporting, and extraction techniques to carry out reconnaissance and surveillance tasks in support of the MAGTF, and maintains the capability to perform special operations capable tasks. Force Recon can conduct the following missions: amphibious and underwater reconnaissance, ground reconnaissance, specialized terrain reconnaissance, implant and recover sensors and beacons, collect ground perspective imagery, battle damage assessments, initial terminal guidance, counter reconnaissance, and much more. Pretty cool, right? Okay, so you know about the capabilities of Force Recon, but what makes them different from their traditional Recon Battalion counterparts? Different to their Recon Battalion counterparts, Force Recon is tasked with deep reconnaissance. Reconnaissance battalions conduct the same missions as the Force Recon companies, except Force Recon tends to have a more specialized role in their capabilities. For example, while Force Recon companies conduct specialized limited-scale raids, the reconnaissance battalions conduct raids in direct action. However, the operations listed under limited-scale raids are the same as those that may be conducted during raids or DAs. Essentially, while there is a difference, they're more similar than you think. Traditionally, seasoned Recon Marines were placed into Force Recon companies, and were the cream of the crop in the Recon community. They were experts of their craft, so much so that a lot of them were pulled to stand up MARSOC upon its creation. And since we just mentioned MARSOC, the main difference between Force Recon and MARSOC is that MARSOC falls under SOCOM, while Force Recon does not. There's a more in-depth explanation of this on Nick Kumalazzo's video on YouTube. Again, Force Recon has a rich history in combat, its missions, and its accomplishments. However, times have changed with how they operate. So, how do you get into Force Recon? Well, there's no selection process into Force Recon. Newly graduated PFCs from BRC are being placed into Force Recon companies at random. While it was once the spot where seasoned Recon Marines would flourish, there is no rhyme or reason as to which Recon Marines get placed into Force Recon companies, or traditional Recon companies. So this pretty much means anyone has an equal opportunity to be placed into Force Recon once they graduate from BRC, or if they PCS into a Recon battalion. While Force Recon has its doctrinal mission, it is not really being utilized as it should be according to that doctrine. To say this as simply as possible, Force Recon, at this current time, does not really differ much from traditional Marine Recon companies and battalions. Now you're probably wondering, what does Force Recon do then? Well, each Recon battalion uses their force companies a little bit differently, so it really depends on which battalion you're talking about. Bottom line though, Force Recon isn't better than traditional Marine Recon, just like Recon companies aren't inferior to Force Recon companies. They receive the same training fundamentals and are utilized almost the same. Speaking about Recon training, we have a plethora of videos on our channel that discuss Recon training in depth. See all of those thumbnails on the screen? Each one of those has to do with Recon Marines and or its selection process. Lucky for you, we made a playlist with all of them on it, so after this video is over, make sure to go give them a look. If your goal is to become a Recon Marine or Navy SARC, you would be doing yourself a great service by watching them. Well, that is the down and dirty of the United States Marine Corps Force Recon companies. If you learned something from this video, make sure to give us a like and subscribe to our channel. As always, thank you for watching. What would you like to see next?
All your friends are subscribing to General Discharge, and you don't even want to be here.